Talk to me, Boulder.
Glad to be back. We never start recruiting, so I haven't left doing that. We have some wonderful, phenomenal young men up here that we want to join this magnificent team. I think we've secured commitments from darn near everybody.
I know it's been a bit. Took care of some time to spend with family before school starts. Kids going to college, so had to be attentive there. But we had to talk about some of the latest news. We've got some pretty fun stories here. Some players hit the portal, and the Buffs have started to build upon the replacement, especially in the trenches. 2 offensive linemen hit the portal over the last few days, and the Buffs did get a commitment from an offensive lineman to basically start that rebuild process. So let's dive into all of that here on the Prime Time for College Football. This video is powered by our partners at BetUS. Check them out. Hooking Up the Gamer. 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000 by using promo code YouTube150. So over the last few days, Colorado has seen 3 solid commitments out of the portal, getting 2 linebackers and an offensive lineman. We're going to talk about the players that are out. We're going to talk about those that are in because it's that time of year, baby. Transfer portal season will not stop. Visitors were in town this weekend, and the Buffs were able to close and seal the deal on some. So let's take a gander at what we're working with. First off, 2 players that did hit the portal, which of course saddens me. Transfer portal out. Khalil Benson, interior offensive lineman who transferred in to Colorado from Indiana, has decided to go back to Indiana. Spent a year with the Buffs, and he is out. And then you've got Hank Zelinskas. He came in the Buffs and decided to hit the portal after this year, losing the starting job to Cash Cleveland at the center spot. He is a native of Colorado. Kind of surprised when he hit the portal, but I understand wanting playing time. And he's bounced out, and he's headed to Rutgers, which I don't think that's a bad move at all for him. So that gives him some potential. So the Buffs had a couple of movements out. That's now a total of 19 players in the transfer portal from Colorado. So to be honest, it's a lot lighter than we've seen over the years. And I kind of expected this. We talked about this videos back. I'm not sure if you recall. But I anticipated that the transfer portal shuffling over the last few years of the 40 and 50 and 80 players coming in and out, I didn't think it was going to be as many as the years go on and build, because as Prime finds the players that he knows make the most sense to be there, you'll see more of those guys stick around, and you'll see at this point just picking and choosing the players that's needed, filling gaps and holes, and a lot of the players are going to end up sticking around. So didn't expect that. But those guys have bounced out. Shout out to them, And my favorite thing, too, is Prime always hits them with some love when they leave. Tell Khalil Benson his mom can, still cook. Even though he's bouncing out on them, he's going to miss them. So you can tell that it's all love when it comes to players going. So the narrative that Athlon article put out a while ago, that things are a circus there, obviously it's not, because you can see that players still embrace Prime and Prime embraces them. So shout out to them. But let's talk about the players that have pulled up. First, shout out to our partners over there at BetUS. They're hooking up the gamer. 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000. 125% bonus on your second and third deposit up to $2,000 by using promo code YouTube150. And check them out. They got all the action. NFL playoffs are coming up. You've got the NBA getting ready for the All-Star break in about a month. But you can jump into those games. And BetUS takes care of their clients. One of the fastest payouts out there in the industry. They also have the gambling insurance. So they're going to give you 10% back on your net losses twice a year to make sure that you can get in on the game. So check them out. You can see they've got all the sports that you're looking for, even tennis, soccer, golf, all of that as these sports begin to start to ramp up. Check them out. 150% bonus on your first deposit, 125% on your second and third deposit of $2,000 by using promo code YouTube150, BetUS, where the game begins. Now, new guys that came in. First one kind of shocked me, and it came in, about 24 hours ago. So yesterday, you had Kylan Salter, linebacker out of TCU. 2 years there at the program. He is joining the Colorado linebacker room, which is pretty dope. 6'2", 2.25 linebacker. Shout out to Adam Munstertiger, the beat guy over there at Buff Stampede. He put up a really nice article on X, and I had to go check it out. But he's going to be a scholarship addition to the school. And what's cool about it is his older brother, Caden Salter, is also on the roster. So the quarterback we brought in, Caden, me and Dukes talked about how special Caden can be out here. He brought his younger brother in too. So he's coming off of an ACL tear. And nope, he said that I've come off an ACL injury, and Colorado and TCU are not giving up on me. So they're trusting in his recovery and everything. So as long as he gets himself back up, think he can be a solid contributor to the team. So he adds to it. That's now a total of 14 incoming transfers. So you've got Kylan Salter. Then from there, you had Louisiana Tech offensive lineman Zarian McGill. We talked about him being one of the many trench visitors coming into Colorado earlier this week. Big guy, 6'2", 308, interior guy. So he's one of those that he's got the size and the build that's going to be very beneficial to what the Buffs are rebuilding on the offensive line, especially as they get them a new coach in. He's from Mississippi, and he's a senior, so he had one more year left of eligibility to ride with the Buffs. And in 23, he was a second-team All-Sun Belt. So got a solid resume. He spent a couple years at Louisiana Monroe, moved on to Louisiana Tech. And, yeah, he's only allowed 2 sacks in the last 2 seasons per Pro Football Focus, which is about 685 pass blocking snaps. Can't beat that. The one thing the Buffs need to do is shore up the line and make sure that sacks are not being allowed. That's going to be the critical thing. And so I like seeing that from staff, picking up players like that. That's a big pickup. And then on the defensive side of the ball, you saw a couple of big-time players come in I like from. You got, like I said, Kylan Salter, and then Martavius French has committed to Colorado. That pickup I really like. Now, French comes from UTSA, and linebacker 6'2", 2.25 from Memphis, Tennessee is where he's originally from. Played at UTSA, but he finished last season with 80 total tackles, 52 of those being solo, 17 tackles for loss with a sack, 3 pass breakups, and 4 hurries. Yeah, I like Martavius French out there, linebacker. He can be your Nikai Hill-Green replacement. He has that potential to be someone that is that elite on the defensive side of the ball. And that's exactly what the Buffs need, is someone to come in and be that quarterback on defense. Now, of course, the roster still got some solid players, but I do like French. Being a senior, he's got, 1 year left. He played JUCO, so the JUCO ruling allowed for him to get 1 more year. If I believe it's only 1, I have to go verify, maybe 2. But I don't think French lasts longer than a year anyway. I think he's got the skill set to be able to get himself drafted. And the Buffs picked him up. Cannot beat that whatsoever. So Buffs are adding to the defensive side of the ball, 2 linebacker commits, and then you add an offensive lineman. Let me know what y'all think. Hop in the comments. The Buffs are growing. 14 total commitments out of the transfer portal right now, and they're not done. I know there'll be a few more players that come in. I'm expecting about 25 players to pull up. So give us your thoughts. Want to hear from you all. We'll have some more videos coming down the line the next day, couple days. Coach Prime talked about something with where Shedeur and Travis Hunter and Shiloh going to be enjoying the draft. We got to talk about that. Should be in New York because, or wherever the draft is this year. I think it's in Green Bay. But, yes, in Green Bay. With them being top 5 picks, you expect them in the green room, right? We'll talk about that in another video coming up. So make sure you check that out, as well as subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of these videos. We're over 30,000. We appreciate it. We're going to find ways to take care of you all and do some really cool stuff, get some good interviews. I got a player that I'm working on that's going to be coming on, one of the transfers. So we'll keep that a surprise. When it happens, you'll see it. Those powered by our partners at BetUS. Check them out. Hooking up the gamer. 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000 by using promo code YouTube150. We'll talk soon.